Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Month Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Automatron Sd Tank Mod, which is being made by user M150, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is all the parts necessary to build some pretty cool, stocky little robot tanks using, of course, the Automatron DLC. And I gotta say, I've really been having a lot of fun with this mod, as there's just something about these weird little super deformed tanks that I find actually quite entertaining and do feel that they actually do fit within the Fallout universe pretty well, as they feel very sort of ramshackle and thrown together, and that fits in with the post-apocalyptic aesthetic, at least in my mind. And thankfully it is quite easy to get your hands on one of these, as once you have installed the mod, and of course do have the Automatron DLC, you simply need to go to one of your settlements and head to a robot workbench to build yourself a new Automatron, which of course will take these standard materials, and then what you're going to have to do is throw together all the different SD tank parts, and the first of which is here in the head category, where we have the SD tank dummy head. Now this requires nothing to actually build, and it is a dummy part. Basically, according to the mod page, is that it sets up the firing point for the weapons that we'll add on in the near future here. Now the next part we have is the torso, and that of course is the SD tank body base, which is quite nice. Throw that on there. And it will, as you can see, change up the damage resistances, etc. But let's wait to talk about that until we have everything put together for this. And then, of course, after the body, we're going to need the legs, which for a tank means tank caterpillar tracks. There we go, the SD tank caterpillar. And perfect. And with that all together, we have a pretty simple little tank here, which has 44 base physical defense, 5 energy defense, 170 carry weight, and a health of 680. Now that is the basic tank, but really we're not done yet because, I mean, come on, it's a tank. It needs a turret. And that means we have to go back to the torso category here and down to turret, where we have a number of wonderful different things to add on, all of which will change the damage resistances and some the carry weight, but of course all will change damage, and they are pretty cool. Now, my personal favorite of all of these parts is just the standard SD tank cannon. I don't know, there's just something about this thing I really like. It's kind of cute looking, but also extraordinarily deadly, dealing 126 damage, which is pretty impressive, and of course raising up our damage resistances to 69 physical and 30 energy. And overall is just a cool little tank, and I do very much enjoy that. Now the next one we have is the SD Tank Carry, which does have a gun doing only a mere 23 damage, but where this thing's important is it adds in an additional 100 carry weight. So if you are like me and you loot everything, this is probably a fun one to have. And of course it does still have a weapon to help you in your defense, though yeah, it's slow firing and really doesn't do a whole lot, but hey, it is still there. Now the next one is the most damaging of the weapons, the Sd Tank Fatman, which does 535 damage. And I mean, come on, who doesn't want a little Automatron tank with the freaking nuke on the back? It's just cool. Now the next is the Tank Flamer, which does 21 damage, but of course it is a flamer, so if you've ever used one of those, you know that it is a continuous fire sort of a thing, dealing quite a lot of damage per second, which is very nice. The next is the Tank Gatling, dealing 18 damage, but it is a Gatling gun, so it will tear through enemies with its very rapid firing rate, which is pretty good. Now the next I actually think is my favorite looking of all of the weapons, and that's the Tank Laser. Just something about it. It looks ominous and like something out of the Terminator movies. I really like it. Now, it too, like with the Gatling gun, does only do 18 damage, but again, it has a pretty high firing rate, so you pretty much should be good no matter what you throw at this thing. And the final turret that we have is the tank missile turret, which is just cool and does 175 damage there and, well, shoots missiles at your enemies. What more could you ask for? Now let's actually throw on just the standard tank turret for now and get this thing activated so we can check it out and get a basic view of it. So let us talk to our new Automatron. Yes, factory default, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Nope, stick with that.
I'll keep you
And going through this stuff.
This unit is ready to serve.
Good. All right, so let's get moving, my friend.
Understood.
You are my new companion.
Subroutines online.
Perfect. And now I control you, and like with any normal Automatron thing, I can tell him to move around to wherever I need him to be. And, of course, can also, when nearby him, talk with him, do all that sort of normal stuff. And, of course, because he does have an inventory, trade so we can throw all of our junk for him to carry, which is always useful. But, of course, he is a tank, so he needs to shoot things. So, let's back up over here and spawn in a Brotherhood of Steel guy.
Weapons ready.
Perfect. Kill him, tank. Kill him. There he goes. He is a fast, maneuverable little tank, and of course, has that very fun big cannon on the front of him, which is great. I do love him. Now, the cannon one is not the most accurate thing. As you did see, he did miss a couple of the shots there, but overall, it's a very good weapon. So let's actually, he's already gone into his home. Let's change it out for another one. We're not going to take a look at all of the different turrets here, because basically you can really get an idea of what each will do if you've ever used any of these guns yourself. But let's actually take a look at the tank carry, because I have a feeling this is one that a lot of people, at least if you're like me, will use again, so you have that amazing carry weight. And just to show off the gun that this one uses, I do love the look of this one. Just all the bags, etc. up there, it is very cool. But let us see him in action by spawning another Brotherhood dude. Kill him, my friend. Kill him. And as you can see, the gun actually is shooting the bullets from slightly inside the turret, not at the end of the barrel, which is a little bit awkward. Hopefully that does get fixed. I think he just shot me. Thanks, buddy. But still, you know, he did his job. He killed that Brotherhood dude, and that is good. Now let's take a look at one final turret to finish everything up, and, well, we're gonna have to go and take care of our usual target of Will, so let's go big and then go home by using the Tank Fatman. Perfect. Yes, the Tank Fatman, the most wonderful of weapons now for our beautiful little tank robot. It's just cool. Now, unfortunately, we actually do have to kind of go the long way. I was playing around with him earlier, and he won't go through the water over there, even though it's pretty shallow. So, hey, guy, come on, let's just, I'm gonna make you move this way.
over there.
I know he'll follow me, but I don't know. After the river incident earlier that I had with him, I'm just gonna, you know, tell him to go places specifically. Yeah, it works a little bit better. But let's head over to Will and have him take that poor little wild mongrel down, as per usual with any of our weapon mods. Which, I mean, technically he's a robot, not a weapon, but I mean, he is also technically a weapon with his giant nuclear turret. And that's a good thing. Alright, let's take command of him and tell him to specifically go and inspect the wild mongrel. Go, my friend. Go. Kill. Okay, so let's see what he does here. He's inspecting it. The dog oh, Jesus, he blew himself up. That seemed like he fired that a little bit too closely. But you know what? He did it.
Check it out.
Inspect the rad stag. Go, my friend. Go. And I'm assuming blow up right in his face, too. Which seems a little dangerous for him. Oh, the rad stag is running. I actually don't know if he'll be able to catch up with it. Oh, no. You have a turret. Fire. Yeah, it might be too far away. Well, that's unfortunate, but you know what? He got the wild mongrel, and I'm happy about that. The rad stag, though, Just too fast for him. No darn. But yeah, that is the Automatron SD Tank Mod. I really like these things. They are just fun and entertaining. And I mean, come on, who doesn't want to have a weird little robot following you around? Well, weird little tank robot, I should specify there, following you around, blowing everything to smithereens. It's just fun. So if you would like to take a look at this mod for yourself, and I definitely suggest that you go and do that, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual, but that is going to be it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next episode when hopefully we'll be having a look at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.